call once here. He's pretty much got to have hit a queen. Now he checks, so he probably doesn't have a queen. Let's go ahead and bet, try to protect our hand. Alright, that worked out. What do we have on table 2 here? Alright, we'll call. See what we got. Boom. Raking pots all over the place. Just crushing it. Yeah, I guess I'll surprise people. I guess, like I was saying, you know, when you, sometimes when you're in the hand, you're not in the right place to make a decision, and that's, I think, one of the biggest leaks people have, is not being in the right mindset to make the plays they need to make. This guy raises. This guy like min 3 bets. Really weird spot out of position. I'm just going to let the king queen go. King queen just ruins my life a lot, so I'm just going to let it go and not worry about it. I don't know why you guys are focused. I'm sort of reading the chat from a little while back. You guys are focused on like the all-in versus like a raise. There was no bet in between all-in and raise. The guy had like 15 or 16 bucks behind. I mean, what's he gonna min raise? I mean, if he min raises, now I'm getting like, I was getting 4 to 1. I'd be getting 8 to 1. If he min raised, I'm getting 8 to 1. Like, you're gonna fold now that you're getting 8 to 1, right? Like, think about that. Like, I was already getting 4 to 1 when he shoved all in. If he's going to make that bluff, he has to at least try and give me the worst odds possible, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think there's any. If he had like a set or some like big hand, I don't think that there's any chance that he would have like made a different raise. His raise was all in or nothing. So I don't think that's like something that should factor into it. I don't think you're ever going to see him in raise there, and if you do, your odds are still too good to fold. So let's raise, try to get it all in here against ace queen against this guy on table 3. It's not a good flop. I'll just time down for a second and then bet, and then if he comes over the top, I'm going to fold. I don't like the min raise, but I could call and then shove no heart, but it's going to be ugly. We'll just fold. He takes like $5 off of us. It happens. And this guy does the little min bet. I think I've been pretty clear about how I feel about the min donk lead. So we'll do what we do. And here you got to put a little bit of money in with pocket pairs. And again, this guy here, I'll call. There's a little bit of dead money in the. Now I'll fold. But I would have called here with the dead money in the pot. We're gonna be in pretty good shape. Damn, still should have called. Oh well. Let's see. Got the ace queen. How are we doing here? Ooh. Trying to see what wow, okay, yeah, we're doing okay. And this guy, man, I feel like this guy's 3-bet me a fair amount. But ace queen doesn't play so great against 3-bets, especially out of position. If he's doing it like light, good for him, I guess. We'll make a note here. And I'll just say that he 3-bet. I'll just sort of throw some information in there so that I've got something. If it happens again, I can relate back to it. That way I know, I have some idea. 10-9, I think 10 Jack is the loosest I'm going to open there. And let me... Ace 8 in our opening range, 10s. Decent open. 5 Jack, even though there's like nothing out there we can, well, maybe I should have called, but usually, oh, I just checked, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and bet. Why not? We got 3 Jacks. Can't hurt to bet, right? Like the thing here is with the 3 Jacks on table 4, like we don't have a good hand to get a lot of money with, if that makes sense. Like it looks like, oh sweet, we hit 3 Jacks. Like you're never gonna get paid there with like I can't get paid there very well because either somebody's gonna have like a better Jack, or they're not going to want to put a lot of money into that pot. Like, nobody wants to put a lot of money out there with a king when there's 4 people in the hand and 2 Jacks out. So I just sort of, take the pot down while it's easy, and don't worry about it. Nice, got the big blind. Make sure we're auto-posting on all these things again. Sometimes if you miss a hand, it takes you off of auto-post, which is, I'm not sure if all sites do that or not, but... I'm excited to do a review on Bovada. Review Bovada, move on to some other sites. I'm gonna try to make my way around all the U.S. sites eventually. It may take a while, but I know Cake Network. Well, I guess what is Cake Network? That's it's called something else. But the site that is Cake Network that's open to U.S. players, they have I think one is Lock Poker and the other is called Juicy Stakes. Juicy Stakes Poker, which I think stakes they mean like the stakes you play, like high stakes, low stakes, not like cow meat. So we'll see. I've played on Cake's Network before. It's fine, and I think they accept HUDs and everything now. That'll be one of the coolest things. I think people will enjoy watching like me do software reviews and stuff. People love that. People love like seeing like, how do you use Hold'em Manager? How do you use Leak Finder? How do you use all these different like apps for Hold'em Manager? I don't know. There's just a lot of cool stuff that I can do with that, and I think a lot of it'll be helpful. So like I'm start doing tons of software reviews and stuff like that once I get on one of the sites that actually lets you use software. So what do you guys think? Do you think this looks like Ace King? I feel like this looks like Ace King a lot. If he's doing this with aces, he's leveling me, and I like it, and that's okay. But I'm not going to fold. Oh, man, he leveled himself. Oh, God, no 9. No 9. Oh, no, it doesn't matter now. But, nice. So that's fine. I guess, you know what? That's probably a guy who's, like, lost post-flop one too many times with jacks. Like, he's probably, like, a lot of people really get, like, bent out of shape with jacks because it's, like, supposed to be this really good hand, but it kind of gets you into trouble a lot, right? Like, it's tough to play jacks sometimes. So people get frustrated, and they, like, have this vendetta against jacks sometimes. And I think he might be one of those guys, and he's like, you know what? Screw it. From now on, if I've got jacks, I'm just going all in. Like, let fate decide. I'll just go all in. I'll take the 75 cents when I'm good, and I'll lose my whole stack when I'm wrong. So that's how he plays that, which I like. Ace Queen, bump this up, try to take it down pre-flop. I feel like I get Ace Queen out of position way more than I get it in position. I feel like almost every time I have a good hand, I'm in the blinds. This table looks like it's dying, so let me see if I can pull a new one in. Probably go for another like hour and a half. We'll see. Just bet half pot here. We got 2 opponents. We're out of position. Should take this down almost always. Not going to slow down. Bet a little bit more here. If he flat called with Ace King, good on him. I think more often he has like Ace Jack, Ace 10. or something else. But let's just go ahead and try to take that down. You can't really do the best things when you're out of position. You just sort of have to bet your hand, right? Like, it was pretty obvious that we had a good hand, and so he was able to float, and he would have been able to maybe take it away if we were just c-betting, and that's, that is how it is. But that's how that's how I feel like I have to play out of position, is just sort of straightforward. All right, let me play this king jack, and then I'll jump on a new table. Boom, that's the one I want to get on. I'll see if it's still available once I close this out. Might have the best hand here. Nope, he's got me on the queen. All right, we'll leave here. And nope, I think that table just went away. All right, let's see. Boom, that's a sweet table. See if I can get on this one. Yep. All right, well, a lot of short stacks, so that's unfortunate, but that's okay. We can sit down, clean up the short stacks, and then move on to a different table. Let's see. Go ahead and pull this one down. And we'll drag this guy across. Fold, raise. Boom. There we go. All right, so what's going on? Not a lot of action in the chat. How's everyone doing? What's going on in the Magic world? Looks like there's a Grand Prix going in Denver. Looks like that's pretty popular. That's cool. What anything else going on? I'll just fold the king queen here. Not gonna get into it. Fold this king 7. The other thing is the fold, the pre-fold button and stuff doesn't like work that well. I'm out of position here with the 8-7, so I'll fold. Like, sometimes I'll click it before the action gets to me and it still doesn't take it. Like, if I click it well in advance, it'll take it, but I won't always get it if it's just like on time. What I feel like should be on time. Get some water, but yeah, what's going on? What do you guys want to, you guys just want to watch me play more 6-max? Nines, easy raise. Raise any pocket pair under the gun. Ace jack, easy raise. I could sometimes check back here because I've got the ace, but I think it's just too good a board to c-bet, and we'll take it down too often to miss the c-bet opportunity. Fold 8-9. The only reason I say sometimes you can check behind on table 4 is that occasionally, like, you'll have the best hand with the ace high, and you can, check back and either, try to hit or just try to get to showdown. But with a guy with a stack that short, most of the time, exactly what's going to... Eventually, he's going to try to use his whole stack as a bluff. Or if he's got a hand, he's going to do it for that. So it's really just tough to play in that situation. This guy's got position on me. What happened? Did I check here? Damn. Alright, well, that was a mistake. Now I gotta, check call down, I guess. Yeah, I should have continuation bet this flop, but again, when you're doing a few things, you get distracted. And here I'm gonna check. The jack's not a great card, and he does this weird min bet thing. I'll just call here. I'll give him the opportunity to show down a jack. I feel like he might have a jack here a lot. I don't know if he'll bet it for value or not, but this is almost always a jack. The reason that we have to call is because just pot odds. If he ever does it with an 8, you know, we got to call. But most of the time, this is just a jack, and he's got the 5 this time, so that's why we call. You just can't give people the opportunity to buy pots that cheap, because they'll try to make a 75-cent bluff and into a $5 or $6 pot. Just not allowed. I shouldn't plug the Magic Twitch, huh? I figured that's where a lot of the guys that watch my Twitch are Magic players. Obviously, that's why I stream in here, and I figured that's why the stream count's kind of low right now. Usually we're in like the 30s and 40s, but that's all good, no problems. Also, I didn't announce this until like this morning. I think I announced it, earlier. Said I would be doing it, and I didn't do like an announcement video. I just sort of mentioned it in the video I uploaded, and posted it to Facebook. But most of my YouTube subscribers and my Twitch followers are probably not on my Facebook. I don't know. Is there a way to like post stuff on Twitch like when you're going to be streaming or stuff? I suppose I should actually spend some time watching some of the bigger channels and see how they actually have like organized stuff and made it so that their channel could grow and whatnot. How do you guys got any tips? How can I improve my stream, stuff like that? What do you got? How do you guys like know when people are streaming and all that, and who to follow and whatnot? I haven't really. I know how Twitch works, but I'm not big onto the scene yet, so I don't know all the little intricate details. So love some tips for what I could be doing better. Like constructive tips, not just like don't be a fag, because I can't help it. That's just not much I can do on that one. Alright, let's see. We'll just fold the ace-5. 2s, easy raise. We'll fold the 2s here. That board isn't a great board to c-bet. When somebody calls you in position, that board is probably one of the boards that I would just go ahead and check fold on with my 2s. It's just a horrible board to c-bet. And I c-bet probably 85 to 90%. But when the board is just that ugly, and I have such little showdown value by the river, I will give up on it from time to time. How's my volume and everything? Is everything good? I know I kind of fade off sometimes when I talk. I'll try not to do that as much. I can turn up my gain a little bit on my mic if I need to do that, but I want to make sure that I'm talking loud enough and everything. The only other thing I can think of is if I played like higher levels. I play the lower levels because I think that relates to more people. But I could play, well, like right now, I mean, I could be streaming 50 NL, and when I get up higher, I can stream, 100 NL. I think, I guess it'd probably be more entertaining to see bigger pots moving around. But other than that, I've gotten a few suggestions to play full ring because more players play full ring. And like if you play in real life, you're probably playing full ring. So I get that. I can definitely do that. But the what was I gonna say? The full ring is fine. I can do it, but it's just slower. And I feel like when I start not getting a hand for a while or not playing a hand for a little bit, that's when I start to lose people. So I feel like with full ring that might happen more often. Let's see, fold that, fold that, fold that. Or I don't know if, do people like, it seems like, I don't know, a little apprehensive to like turn my webcam on, but it seems like for some reason people like to see the webcam. Again, a little apprehensive about that, but I don't know if does that like automatically make do people automatically want to go watch a channel where someone has their webcam on? Does that give the impression that they're definitely going to be talking or something? Versus, like, I don't know. It seems like that the bigger channels have webcams on a lot. I don't know what the symbology is there. Yeah, I was saying it would be 5 to 8 a.m. If I was to stream in the U.S., it would be 5 to 8 a.m. Like East Coast time. Just be really early in the morning. I guess if there's people, I mean, I know that Twitch is like a worldwide thing, so there might be like more international people that could view that. But yeah, I mean, I could do a couple hours a night or, a couple hours a day. But that would really cut into my ability to make and post YouTube videos. I'm excited. A few of the subscribers and people are starting to get accounts set up, and I think more of them will get accounts set up once I show a video on how to do it properly and do some review stuff. So once that starts happening, I'll be able to actually do like sweat sessions. They're called sweat sessions or coaching sessions, whatever you want to call it, where I can kind of help people out and show them, do leak finder stuff, like find areas in their game where they could improve. Everyone knew I was going to raise that donk bet, right? Like, should be pretty obvious at this point. Maybe I'll miss one once in a while, but for the most part, you donk lead into me, you're going to get a little more money. Here I bet half pot instead of my normal bet because he has got so little behind that it's essentially like the same, the same bet. Wow, had him kind of dominated on table 1. Yeah, I'm just looking back at the chat now. Yeah, I think the reliability thing. So like knowing that the person's going to be streaming on like a regular schedule. Like I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to stream every Friday night. I know that's only one day a week. The last 2 weekends I've been able to stream Friday and Saturday night. But yeah, that's the one thing I was thinking about. Oh, I almost spilled my water. Is that yeah? I know I've went to click on a stream before and it's just there's just like music in the background and somebody's sitting there and there's no commentating and it's like, well, I don't really want to watch that. I mean, I like watching people commentating on their play so I can learn what they're doing to try and get better, stuff like that. I find that interesting and more engaging. So is that like the kind of idea as well? If you've got a webcam up, then the person's actually engaged and talking to people, and that's why they tend to get more viewers. All right, the session's been absolutely awesome as far as it's been very profitable. But let's see. I'm gonna see about maybe doing that account setup. And what we'll do is just kind of figure out how to make it work. I don't know if that many people are going to watch it. I'm going to record it as a YouTube video, but kind of walk through the steps of how to actually get set up with an account. All right, cool. Well, let's see, fold here. Yeah, sounds like I'm doing most of the things that people want to see. I'm going to find out if this guy's ready to do the account setup. Like I said, I'll figure out how to set that up and keep the person's like info private, obviously. So might be a little bit weird, but should actually just show you the steps where to go, how to get rake back. Rake back is clutch. There's no rake back on Bovada. That's probably like, if not, yeah, it's probably the number one thing I don't like about it, because it, like, especially if you're playing a lot. Like, I'm not playing huge hours. I mean, yeah, I guess actually I kind of am putting in some hours. I'm putting in at least 10 hours a week. So like 4 hours Friday, 4 hours Saturday, and then at least a couple hours, during the week at some point. So probably about 40 hours a month. Which, I mean, yeah, it's not like a full-time job level of play, but it's a pretty good amount of time playing. And I mean, the amount of rake back that I'm missing out on that I would get on other sites probably comes pretty close to making up for how soft the players are on Bodog. I don't know for sure, but it's probably pretty close. I mean, I might be able to get a higher win rate on Bodog, but for one, it's harder to even tell because, they don't... This is a little bit loose, but that's okay. Because they don't let you use tracking software. But that's also something I'm going to explore. I may get some tracking software on here because it does exist. You can get it. You're not supposed to use it. It's against their terms of service. And I would be playing, putting videos up of it. So, because of that, might not be a good idea for me to use. But if I weren't putting videos up, I would definitely use it because it would help a lot. You could pretty much keep all your notes and everything. And yeah, the tables are pretty soft on Bodog. That's definitely true. I have played some 50 NL. I've played at least 2 full sessions at 50 NL, about even. I think the last session I played, I was down like $6. The one before that, I was down like $6. Like, but I was one tabling. I was just sort of going through the transition of how to move up and everything. The way, just to clear it up since there's some more people in the chat now, the way I'm playing in the U.S. is I'm playing on Bovada, which is a Latvian poker site which accepts U.S. players. There's nothing illegal about playing poker online in the U.S. There are some laws against banks doing certain transfers to online gambling companies, and there are ways to, I guess, circumvent that or whatever so that you yourself aren't ever doing anything illegal. Like, there's nothing illegal I can even do with relation to like online poker that I know of. I mean, and it's state by state, so know your state laws or whatever. But I'm not, a financial institution, so I can't even break the UIGEA, which is the law that everyone kind of thinks made online poker illegal. It's a law for financial institutions, which I am not. So, I mean, pretty big baller, but not quite, on that level. So you can't really do anything yourself to break the law, but it could be, it could be, I don't know. You just need to know the rules, pay attention, and figure out what you can and can't do. It's kind of cool. I ended up, turning a backdoor straight with top pair, so that's cool. I'm not going to slow down. Really? Queen 10 hit the straight, I guess. But the insta-click back doesn't really scare me that much. 7-10 and Queen 10. Queen 10's the thing I'm most concerned about. So what do I do here? The pot's 15. He can shove. He might slow down if he doesn't, I'll probably have to call if he bets. Queen 10's really the only hand I'm worried about, especially with the jack on the river. I'd expect him to bet this a lot. Oh, so this looks like it could be a straight, worried about a full house, but obviously we've got the odds, we'll call. Oh, brutal. Look at that. Really interesting. What a weird turn raise. It's the last thing I expected right there. I didn't even really have that in his range. I wasn't even thinking about that hand. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if that... Yeah, I guess he was just looking for a little bit of value from a worse jack. That was a pretty good play by him. Yeah, that was, I think, well played. All right, we'll see bet here. And let me look at I know there's some stuff in the chat. Yeah, I mean, there's always a risk of like a poker site getting shut down and losing the money you've got in it, which is why... part of playing online poker is, I would never have, like, more money on the site than you can afford to lose. Like, I just, stuff happens. That's almost like with anything, like, right? I mean, yeah, like, banks, you're okay because the federal government's got you insured. If that goes bad, then pretty much, like, that's probably going to be one of the least of your problems. They aren't quite, there's no FDIC sort of thing on these things. I got it. But for the most part... just keep a reasonable amount online. Like, don't, keep what you need on there to play and keep cashing the rest out. Now, cash outs and stuff can be a hassle, so you need to pay attention to, like, what you, make sure all your accounts verified and stuff. Yeah, sorry, I missed one. The tables are soft. I do a little bit of table selection, but you can't table select that much on Bovada because you can't join wait lists. So you can only really take the tables that are open. I always just try to sort of stay on the best tables that are open and that I can get on, but I don't really worry about table selection that much. So, yeah, I play in the U.S. Yeah, there is probably a little bit of risk in it, but I don't know. It's I guess it's worth it to me, and I'm not terribly worried about it. I did lose some money when Full Tilt got shut down. You know, stuff happens, so it's unfortunate, and it gives poker kind of a bad name. But these other sites have been operating for a while now, with the new sort of like the new world of poker post Black Friday. Part of when I review sites will be me going through and testing the deposit system, testing the cash out system, you know, calling up the customer service, talking to them a little bit, figuring out, you know, I want to be able to kind of review these sites and give good feedback on my YouTube to anybody that asks, really, on which sites I recommend, which ones are good, you know, what I like about them. So I'll be calling up their customer service, talking to them, finding out, looking, you know, reading through some of the boring fine print that nobody wants to do to find out, like, okay, what's guaranteed about my money, what's this, what's that, what fail safes are in place, and then I can kind of break those down and discuss them that way. Give the, you know, my subscribers or viewers or whatever the best information that they can have on what's going on with their money. So it looks like we maybe hit a decent flop here. Definitely don't want to slow play this thing. We'll just bet 2 into 250. The guy's either got something or he doesn't. He folds, whatever. That's like, been getting my kind of been getting my ass kicked on sets. Really haven't been doing so hot. I haven't really been losing money, but just haven't gotten paid on a lot of them. But that's okay, because I've been getting paid pretty well on other hands. So, whoops, what was that? Actually, the Visa gift card is one of the ways that it may be actually how I got money onto this one, because I know I bought like a green dot card a while ago, and I know I tried to use that. I don't remember if it worked or not. I know some sites will actually accept Visa depending on the bank. It's the bank that'll allow it or not allow it. I've heard and I've seen forum posts that like Bank of America Visa card works. I think Bank of America is probably so desperate that they'll like process any transaction. They're in pretty big trouble, so they'll probably process any transaction you want, and they'll just charge you for it. And then like some Carbon claims that they can do like a bank wire, so I don't know who the heck they're wiring it to, or whatnot. Sorry, they allow like a bank wire and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see what that's all about, verify all my information, and try to get a deposit through. And then they cash out via check, which to me is fine. Honestly, like, people complain about the turnaround time on checks, but I don't have a partner. I'm not partnered with any network on YouTube yet. My channel's not. It's not big enough. But like, I've been doing a little bit of research on it, and I'm just gonna fold this. This guy will probably call, and then I can see what he had. I'm probably ahead of the short stacks range. I can't believe he folded there. I just didn't want to call because player 4 was under the gun. So because, oh man, I'm not auto posting for some reason. The guy that was under the gun, I didn't really want to call and then have the under the gun player re-raise or anything like that. And then what the heck's going on here? Did I change something? My Twitch just kind of like freaked out and reloaded on its own. Huh. It looks like the size of, oh, maybe because it wasn't maximized. Yeah, that's sort of the um, yeah, the Bank of America stuff, like that's what I've heard, and wire. So getting money on though isn't really the issue. And what happens is if you go and get the money on there, usually that's not that hard. But if you need to make sure that you like verify your account. Like right now, I'm not putting any money on Carbon until my account's verified. Like 100% verified. I call their customer service. I'm going to talk to them. Maybe I'll even like record it and put it online. And just show like all the kind of steps that I'm going through to make sure everything is good. Clarify, what my rewards plan is and all that stuff. This Jack 9 raise is a little loose. To make sure everything's good and make it, kind of clear and interesting for people who might be interested in depositing. And then hopefully for, the fact that I'm putting all these reviews and stuff out and the stuff, hopefully I can get people to use my Rakeback affiliate to help me out a little bit. And that's sort of the the deal. So what I just had to refresh, so I lost some stuff in the chat. I know this will be a little bit behind, but what questions in the chat did people have or stuff that didn't answer? I didn't get a chance. I saw there was a long thing about the Ace Jack. Is there any chance you can repost that? That looked actually pretty good. That looked like a good read. I wanted to check that out, but I just didn't have a chance. I was doing some other stuff. And I read the first little part of it, but I don't remember. Were you saying that he made a really good play with Ace Jack? Because I think his play with Ace Jack was actually pretty solid. I didn't know if you were talking about. Yeah, that's what you said. His play with Ace Jack was really solid, which I agree with. Yeah, he played that really well. So I'll wait to see some more like questions or whatever, and I'll see where this guy is that we're gonna do this account setup. I think he said he'd be along in a little bit here, so I'll get him on Skype. Probably start to lag a little bit. I'm surprised my internet even can live stream as well as it does, because I get like less than 1 meg upload. I think it's probably just because poker tables aren't high FPS type of. It's not like high FPS business I'm doing. And I've got a pretty good. My computer can handle it just fine. It's just the internet where I am is pretty torture. I think 3G has better upload than my internet. I have better download, but upload, people don't ever care about upload most of the time, so I think companies kind of shortchange it a lot. Yeah, that's a good point. Ed Miller's like one of my favorite authors. Yeah, okay, like I got it. I'm not sure why people are too worried about it. I don't think I'm like stealing viewers from maybe I am, but I don't really. I'm not sound like a jerk, but like I don't know if people want to watch this. And a lot of Magic players play poker, right? Like I started playing. The way I got into poker was I played Magic when I was younger, and that sort of transpired into poker. Like it does for a ton of people. And there is no poker channel. Like there is some like little Nintendo games and stuff, but there's no Twitch doesn't have a thing for like online poker, like real money online poker. They don't have a thing for, and I don't really want to like stream under some Nintendo game when I'm playing, with like I think $150 on the table right here. I'm not playing Nintendo, so it's just kind of annoying for me to stream as such. So that covers that. Ed Miller is like my favorite poker author. My favorite book is actually by Tommy Angelo, Elements of Poker. But I mean, Ed Miller has probably improved my game the most of any author because his stuff is just so awesome, and he really breaks stuff down logically. I like it a lot. What else? So yeah, I agree with Force of Will. Check the sevens. Hold on, let me play poker for a minute here. 250. It's like 675, 250. He could have a 10 here a lot, but again, kind of pot odds force us to call. He's got the full house, no problem. All right, like he should have gotten more value out of us there. That's fine. Fold these other hands. Check there. Yeah, I've read Small Stakes No Limit Hold'em. That's the one that I think I was just on Amazon yesterday posting some people were asking about books to read, and I posted I posted I posted a bunch of books from Amazon. I was looking. Small Stakes No Limit Hold'em is like the one from 2004 or something. I don't think I've read that one. I think I've like panned through it or whatever. And I think it looks really good. But what is there like a huge? I mean, I'm not sure why people have a huge issue with it. I see people do that all the time. I haven't read Easy Game. See, this is why you don't always want to, like, there's always a chance someone can raise behind. This is the guy that loves to 3-bet me, but I've got 2, so it's not really a great spot to defend. Check there. Let me check on this guy for the account setup thing. I don't know. He might be bailing on me like he did yesterday. We'll find out. Fold there, but yeah, I appreciate you guys backing me up on the magic thing. I was definitely like pretty nervous about it at first, but people seem to really not, like 98% of people like I said, 98% of people don't have any issue with it, and so that's cool because like yeah, there's such a big crossover. All right, so is my description or my like thumbnail image misleading at all? Like I'm you know, I got it. Yeah, it says I'm playing Magic the Gathering, but like you clicked it. Was there like confusion about what was going on before you clicked to get in here? Like it says playing 4 tables of 25 NL Hold'em live on Bovada, parentheses Bodog Poker, best viewed in beta. I feel like I'm being pretty upfront about what's going on here. Got awesome support in the chat. You guys are pretty like, yeah, the thing I like about I was like really kind of like I'm not like insecure really, but I think everybody kind of like doesn't want to get beat up or whatever. I play a ton of, you know, or I don't play that much anymore, but I got hooked like watching a lot of like different Call of Duty commentators on YouTube, and man, people are brutal. Like Call of Duty, I think sort of have a theory about why it is, and it's because it's like a lot of like kids, right? Like nothing against like I mean a lot of adults like adults. I mean I'm 27. I play Call of Duty. Like I think of myself as an adult. Like I have a real job, big kid job, whatever. So a lot of people play, but man, like there's just a lot of like really immature stuff going on, and I've kind of like stressed about that with starting a YouTube channel. For the same reasons, I was like, man, I don't want to like deal with all sorts of craziness. I've got position here with the jacks, 260, not quite. I'm getting a little better than 10-1. So, I mean, I've got a good hand. I can call. Folding to a 3-bet is a little bit weak. It is under the gun or whatever. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna this is wow. Okay, well, I'll rebuy here and then fold. This guy clearly has aces, kings, queens. Probably not queens. I hope he doesn't have queens. I wouldn't recommend playing queens like that. We'll fold there. Yeah, anyway, that whole community is like crazy, and I was kind of worried about that, but like my YouTube comments are awesome. Like there's a couple like kind of funny things of people catching me screwing stuff up, which I don't have a problem with, but it's like 100% awesome. And I was like, man, how come like, and maybe it's because like my channel's like pretty small or whatever, but I think more of it's because most people that play poker are over the age of 18. So there's not as many like people that have lots and lots of time, and like have tons and tons of time to like go and make trouble about stuff that shouldn't really like matter or whatever. So I'm not. I'm pretty pumped about it. The what is it? The thing's next weekend. It's not this weekend. Well, how do I go on and ask them to put the game I'm playing on, because there is no option for me to put a game, right? Like I can't type in my own. Damn, this is annoying. I keep getting raised. You guys are kind of distracting me in the chat. I can't really call. I mean, I'm getting 10-1 in position. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can call in position. 10-1, it's 7-1 to hit. 10-1 implied. I mean, I'm not going to stack the guy every time. It's actually a pretty decent flop. Oh. We're getting some sweet views, though. Ah, damn it. Sitting out. We need the neighborhood watch. Maybe I'll email Twitch and ask them if they can add a an online poker thing. Because I've also asked around to see if like they have a oh, did I sit out? Oh my god. Guys, fucking killing me. I just looked back and ended up folding fucking 2 paired. I don't know if maybe I folded that. I must have folded that pre-flop. Man, God, I can't, like, God, this is, I don't even think I want my channel to get, I don't want more people because I get too distracted by the chat. Like, once it gets up to, like, 50 people, I definitely need to, like, cut it down to 2 tables if I want to, we're gonna do this. All right, I'll answer a few of the questions real quick. Let's see. Let me look through the chat here. What do I have here? Let me raise this. Let me fold the queen 9. Blah blah blah. People about the channel. Magic. PLO. No. I've played PLO. I've actually played a fair amount of PLO in the past. And PLO is really fun, and if you're good at it, you can make a ton of money. But right now, I'm trying to fuel my YouTube channel and teach people how to play. I almost said Magic. Trying to teach people how to play poker. If you guys absolutely want to see me teach how to play Magic the Gathering, I can definitely do that. I haven't played in like 5 years, but yeah, I can definitely do that. So we'll see. Not gonna hide the whole cards, but if you want to try to sit at a table with me, you're welcome to. Yeah, hiding the whole cards would make it really unentertaining. I've thought about a whole bunch of different ways to do it. But what else? So yeah, PLO. No, I like PLO. It's awesome. You can make a lot of money. Getting ghosted. I've got some protection in place for getting ghosted. So, you know, might not be perfect, but add a moderator. What does that do? I don't really know what. I'm not sure. What's a moderator do for me? Makes it so they can like manage the chat or something. Let me make this guy a moderator. How do I make him a moderator? Timeout. What does that do? Oh, I can put somebody in timeout? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm also really distracted from the actual poker right now. Still actually doing really well in the session though. I think we're up almost fold the 3s. Let's see. I know I just lost a couple hands, so we'll see where 750. Come on, stop spinning out. Fold there.